Hello everyone, welcome to a little DIY video. So I'm going to show you how to build a power bag and a kettlebell relatively inexpensively with stuff you can get from pretty much anywhere. So I went on Amazon last night and I bought myself I've got a Hessian sack. So it's a sandbag. We used to use these a lot in the armed forces for obvious reasons. So one of those. Got myself a rubber bag as well, and then some sand. Got that from B&M, really cheap. So that was $1.99 for a sack of that. And so I've got 2 bags of that. Got myself some cable ties as well, so you'll need those. Some electrical tape, so I've got myself some black electrical tape. Length of rope as well, you'll need that for tying off and getting yourself some handles as well. And then other than that, all you need is a sharp knife, so you'll need one of those, and then you'll also need a little saw attachment. I've got one here on my Gerber, so that's all you'll need, and I'll show you how to get started. Filled up your liner bag with your sand. You want to get that inside of the Hessian bag. What I've done was put the liner bag inside of the Hessian sack and then filled that up with the sand. So that's now filled up and good to go. So that's the first step, is get your liner bag, put it inside of the Hessian bag, fill that up with your sand, and then use your cable ties to tie off the top of the bag, and then use your electrical tape to tie around again, just to make sure it's got a full sealed shut. Okay, so once you've filled the inner lining up with your sand, so you put the liner inside of the Hessian sack, you fill that up with sand, and then you end up with a full sandbag. And then what you want to do is you're going to take 3 of the leftover sandbags from the pack, and then what we're going to do is you're going to roll them up, and then we're going to tape that together just so it has a more secure lining. So roll that, and then roll again. Okay, so once you've wrapped it in those 3 bags, you're going to use your electrical tape to tape around and just give it that little bit of extra security. Leave the ends loose though, because we're going to use that to build some handles for it. First step in adding handles to your power bag is to tie it basically like a parcel. So you want to go top and bottom and then across. Okay, so you want to make this cross shape around the sandbag, and that is the first step to create handles. That's just going to give you something to tie off against and tie the handles to. So we're going to start with the side and side handles. We're going to create a set. Okay, so for the handles for the power bag, obviously we've got the parcel wrap around the power bag, so it looks a bit like that. Yeah. So we took the sandbag that we filled up and put the blue rope, wrapped it round it, and then crossed round it, and then tied that off. And we're going to use the remaining Hessian sacks as the handles. So my original plan was to use PVC pipe, but gone against that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up the remaining Hessian sack. So roll it up nice and tight like that. And once that's all rolled up, should end up with what will be a good handle. So it'll look like that. Yeah, so what we're going to do is put that around the bag, put it around the bag, and then what we're going to do is round the back. So if you see this, so underneath, so you make sure you pull it tight enough, because you need to get that underneath the blue rope. And once that's underneath the blue rope, you can see, I don't know if you can see what I've done around the bottom one, but we've used cable ties to tie this off. So I'm gonna just put that one over that one, grab my cable ties like this, and then all you do, round the back and round the front. So you put your cable tie through, and then you want to tie that off around the front. Make sure you pull it tight enough so it's going to work as a handle. So you want to tie that off nice and tight with a cable tie. Like that. Get a couple around there just to make sure it's strong enough to support the weight of the bag. Tying that off. Don't worry about the straggly ends just now because we'll cut them off. So you want to just keep wrapping around, and then there you go. 3 or 4 should be enough for the cable ties. I'm going to put one more just around the middle of that. So it looks like that. And then see with the ends of that, what I'm going to do with the cable tie ends is just take a pair of scissors to them and cut them off. So where's my scissors gone? There we go. So you want to take your pair of scissors and just cut those little ends off. And then there we go. So that is pretty much good to go. There's just one more thing that we need to do, and that is tie the back of the handle to the cross thread rope that we've put around. But fundamentally that is pretty much good to go as a power bag. We've got our handles around it, so you can start using it for your cleans. So you catch it and then pressing it overhead. You can use it for your front squats, so you squat nice and low. So here is a finished power bag. So what happened was we filled a Hessian bag. Well, we lined it first, so we put a plastic bag inside of a Hessian sack and then filled that up with the sand, and then once we did that, we then double bagged the power bag, the sandbag. We double bagged it, tied it around with a rope, so we created the cross with the rope that went around the bag, and then used 2 remaining Hessian sacks to create some handles around it, and then tied those to the back of it. So to the back of the bag, they're secured in with the cable ties like so. Lovely. And then we created a kettlebell as well. So what I did was I took some plastic tubing, cut a length of it off, which looked a bit like this. So we cut a length of the tube up, and then used a Hessian sack like so, and then wrap that inside of there, and then that creates a nice little handle. That's what's inside of the handles for the bag as well. And then you've got the one that's inside of the kettlebell. So inside of the kettlebell, inside of the handle, is a plastic tubing, and then we can use that as weight for swinging and then weight for squatting as well. And then the same with the bag, that can be used for clean and press and all kinds of other good stuff. So I'll probably tidy them up a little bit more, just so that they don't fall apart when used. I'll probably do some more tidying up and just making sure all the edges are nice and tidied up. Lovely.